First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ito Smith, his first carry. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold him.
Back to throw. Tate caught by Jones.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw on second down. Tate. Jones has it.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
Get in the weight room. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be first and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory.
Come on, set. And Lobo. Let's go, Pete. It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day. Ready, go.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 6 orange. They still playing soft. Ready, ready. I'm playing the wrong football. Check, check. Red.
From the gun, Love. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
H3, 218, chopper, chopper. Box trap.
Operating from the gun, Love. Open man is Trey Burton. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the 1st down. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Ito Smith. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Love. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Some early fireworks from this rookie quarterback getting the start in Week 1.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start Week 1, you and I both know the extra attention that comes with it. We know that he's going to throw the football, but will he make the right decisions? And in this case, with his legs, he showed the defense there's an extra dynamic to his game.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got Burton here. Extend, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Trey Burton, 42 yards, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after the
To throw again. Tate. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Hey, pick your game up.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB. On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Tate. He's going to fire one deep left side. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Stepping up, and he coughed it up.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son.
On 3rd down, Tate. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what did they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how did they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. Well, 1st down there on a pickup of 25. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Let's go.
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. steps away to his left. This one into the hands of Burton. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. On 2nd down now. It's Cohen. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, Detroit expression 101.
Winford pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack, his 2nd sack of the night. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Check 26, check 26.
Back to throw. Tate, he's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Philip Dorsett, 75 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together, could get into
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Love. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And taken right at the 35. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first. Oh, it springs free. Montgomery loses it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Ready, break. Mike 51, Mike 51. Tackles. Ready, go.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun. Glove. And he's got Miller. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devon Kennard coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Operating from the gun. Love. That's complete to Robinson. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss two in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter.
36.
Looking to throw. Tate. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
A gain of 13. It's third down and 6.
Set, ready. Go to base. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
To throw on third down. Tate. It's caught. Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. They go to Johnson again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming.
Third and less than a yard.
Let's go. 46 out low. Mike, 45. I got one.
Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be fourth down. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. On fourth down, Tate. And no, it's incomplete. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Bears will get the football back. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at their 48-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. On the run, it's Smith. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right there. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Khalil Mack. Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 3-yard line.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, Love looking deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Let's take it inside his own 40. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Smith. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7. That's a 27-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Tate Dorsett making the catch. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They give to Johnson going right. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 17-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. That'll bring up second down.
Situation. Let's go.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Back to throw. Tate. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
So second down, still. Throwing again. Love. Able to find Shaheen here. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Throwing on first down. Love. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it here with Smith. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating from the gun, Tate. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been terrific so far. So this one.